Okay, imagine this for a second. What if something we've all been told to, rigorously avoid, like UV light? What if that could actually be turned into a secret ingredient for healthier skin?
It sounds like a complete paradox, right?
Exactly. But today, we're diving into a, frankly, groundbreaking innovation from one of the real titans of the beauty world, Shiseido. And it suggests just that. We're looking at the recent patent application, US 202502571A1.
hmm
And this tech isn't just about blocking harmful rays, it's about actively re-engineering them for skin benefits.
Yeah, what's really fascinating here, I think, is how this patent just fundamentally challenges our assumptions, these long-held beliefs about UV.
Totally.
Shiseido, I mean, they're a huge player, a leader in cosmetics for ages.
Yeah.
And they're proposing this totally novel approach. It shifts the whole conversation.
From just protection.
Exactly. From mere protection to active, beneficial cellular engagement. It really makes you rethink the potential of light in skincare.
Okay, so our mission today, we're going to explore Shiseido, look at their history of innovation a bit. Right.
Then really dig into the science behind this specific patent. And finally, it sort of distill what this all means for, well, your skincare routine in the future.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's set the stage. Shiseido Company, Ltd. They're listed as the assignee for this patent. We all know them, right? Global name in beauty.
Oh, absolutely. Household name for many.
But this document, it really underscores something deeper. Their relentless commitment to scientific advancement, pushing the boundaries of what cosmetics can actually do.
And if you look at the bigger picture, Shiseido's constant presence in patent literature, it's significant.
Yeah.
This patent itself cites a whole bunch of Japanese patent publications. It shows a real history of scientific breakthroughs.
So this isn't just a one-off idea.
Not at all. It's part of a sustained, long-term strategy of innovation. That's what's established them as a leader in cosmetic R&D. It really speaks to their vision.
And it's clear this dedication isn't just for, say, one type of cream. The patent talks about broad applications.
It mentions powder cosmetic in the title, but the scope. It covers foundation, eyeshadow, cheek color, body powder, even things like baby powder, deodorant powder, loose powder, face powder, the whole gamut.
Right. So they're clearly envisioning integrating this across a really diverse range of cosmetic solutions.
Which makes you ask,
What problems are they solving? Or maybe, what new opportunities are they trying to seize with this tech across all those products?
yeah,
Well, the patent acknowledges the usual stuff, right? UV radiation causes freckles, spots, wrinkles, inflammation. We know that.
the downsides we always hear about?
Exactly. But it also points out this critical nuance. UV actually has beneficial uses too, like sterilization. And crucially, there's potential for positive effects through controlled cell activation.
Okay.
And it seems Shiseido is really honing in on that positive potential, looking beyond just minimizing the harm.
Okay, so let's get into the really interesting part, the mechanism. For decades, the message has been shield your skin from UV.
Right. Total defense.
But this patent, it proposes something, well, revolutionary, actively using UV to stimulate skin cells for good outcomes. How does that even work? It sounds so counterintuitive.
It's a brilliant conceptual leap, honestly. The core idea, the innovation, it revolves around a powder cosmetic containing a UV wavelength-converting substance.
Okay.
And that substance is designed specifically to achieve a cell activation action. The goal is to move past just passive UV blocking.
And instead, harness it.
Precisely. Actively harness UV, but in a very controlled, converted way to get real skin benefits.
Yeah.
They're essentially repurposing a known challenge into a significant advantage.
The patent has diagrams too, figures 1 and 4 specifically, that kind of help visualize this. Could you walk us through what they're showing?
Absolutely. So imagine you have a solar simulator light, basically. Carefully controlled artificial sunlight.
Yeah.
First, it passes through a UV filter. This step is crucial. It ensures only a specific, regulated amount of UV light gets through.
Controlled exposure.
Exactly. Then, this filtered UV light interacts with a solution that contains what they call this wavelength-converting substance.
And that's the magic moment.
That's the core of it, yeah. This interaction generates wavelength-converted light. It's not the original UV anymore. And this new light then acts upon fibroblasts.
Those are the collagen factories in our skin, right?
Got it. The crucial cells for producing collagen and elastin. And these cells are kept at a body temperature, 37 degrees C, in the experiments. So it's a multi-stage conversion process. The skin isn't getting hit with direct, unfiltered UV.
Makes sense.
And the patent also mentions a slurry step in manufacturing.
Which means,
It just indicates a specific method they've worked out for actually integrating these special substances into the cosmetic powder itself.
right, practical application. So this sounds like a fascinating sort of dance between light and biochemistry. What are these wavelength conversion substances exactly? Are they super complex synthetics or maybe something more, I don't know, natural?
Well, it's actually a remarkably diverse list they provide. It really bridges both natural compounds and inorganic materials.
Interesting. Like what?
Okay, so you find things like phycocyanin and phycoerythrin. These are actually vibrant pigments you find in algae.
Wow. Okay. Algae?
Yeah. Then there are various vitamins K, B1, B2, B6, B12, folic acid, niacin, also lycopene, salicylic acid, and a whole range of plant extracts. Things like capsicum, gardenia, safflower, turmeric, perilla, even red cabbage color.
Huh. A botanical blend.
And on the inorganic side, it mentions phosphors. Things like zinc oxide phosphor, magnesium titanate phosphor, calcium phosphate phosphor.
It's a real mix.
A very broad selection, yeah. It suggests a multifaceted strategy, blend biological components with mineral ones to get that precise light conversion effect.
This all sounds incredibly innovative, really promising in theory. But, beyond the concept, are there potential challenges, maybe unknown long-term effects of actively messing with UV light like this? How might they be addressing that?
Good questions.
And maybe more importantly, does it actually work? Like at the cellular level, what did Shiseido's experiments actually show?
Right, those are crucial points.
Right.
And the patent does provide some clear experimental data to back up the efficacy claims. And what they found is pretty compelling.
Okay.
So in typical scenarios, like we discussed, UV irradiation on its own, it decreases cell activity. That's the damage we know about.
Right.
The patent's data shows this clearly. The UV group has much lower activity compared to the sham group. Sham is basically the control, no active treatment.
Standard baseline.
Exactly. But here's the kicker. When they introduce these wavelength conversion substances, the phycocyanins, phycoerythrin, lumate R, lumate G they tested,
Yeah.
the cell activity increases significantly. It often goes way beyond the UV-only group, and sometimes it even exceeds the baseline sham group activity.
So it's not just protecting, it's actively boosting.
That's what the data suggests. Figures 3 and 5 show more on this with phycocyanin. When they hit fibroblasts with UVB, adding phycocyanin, even at low concentrations like 0.4%, significantly increases fluorescence.
And fluorescence indicates.
It's a direct measure of cell viability or metabolic activity, basically how healthy and active the cells are. And higher concentrations, like 2% phycocyanin, showed even more pronounced positive results.
Wow.
So it really suggests not just a protective effect against the UV damage, but a clear activating effect at the cellular level.
And the challenges, the safety aspect.
Well, the patent emphasizes the controlled nature of the process. Using the filters, the specific substances, the precise interaction. The whole idea is to generate beneficial light without the damaging aspects of direct, uncontrolled UV exposure. That conversion step is key to mitigating the risks.
Okay, that makes sense. So this genuinely redefines how we might think about UV in skincare. It's a shift from just defense to, well, actively engaging with light for benefits.
Precisely. The patent even has a section on advantageous effects of invention.
And what does it say?
It highlights exactly this. The invention reliably and effectively uses UV to activate skin cells. It offers a cosmetic that, importantly, avoids the tissue necrosis, the cell death that you can get with conventional UV exposure.
Plus, it feels good to use.
Apparently so. They mention it provides an excellent feel and application, suggesting a user-friendly product, not some harsh treatment. It's a really substantial leap in understanding how UV can be strategically leveraged for active skin health.
Moving beyond just preventing damage.
To proactively promoting cellular vitality.
Yeah, that is a powerful statement about where skincare could be heading.
Oh.
Okay, so we've looked at Shiseido, the innovator, their patent history, this really ingenious science transforming UV light. For everyone listening, what are the main takeaways here? The big picture.
Okay, I think the first key takeaway is this paradigm shift, this radical redefinition of UV's role.
From foe to potential friend.
Exactly. From just a threat we shield against to potentially an active tool for cellular rejuvenation. It fundamentally changes the conversation around sun, light, and skin health.
What else?
Secondly, the sheer choice of wavelength conversion substances. Going from natural pigments and algae to essential vitamins to inorganic phosphors, it showcases this really exciting blend of biotech and sophisticated cosmetic chemistry.
A real interdisciplinary approach.
Definitely. Thirdly, this innovation. It strongly hints at the rise of truly multifunctional cosmetics.
More than just makeup or sunscreen.
Much more. Products engineered to actively improve skin health right down at the foundational cellular level. Think about potentially stimulating those fibroblasts we mentioned, boosting elasticity, resilience, that youthful appearance, but through an active mechanism.
That's the holy grail for many products.
Pretty much. And finally, it just reinforces Shiseido's position as a leader, a true pioneer. This patent demonstrates their serious R&D investment, their long-term vision to reshape beauty standards and challenge our core ideas about skincare tech.
It really is revolutionary stuff, and it makes you wonder, doesn't it? If we can learn to take something once seen as so universally damaging, like certain UV wavelengths, and convert it into a benefit for our skin. It really prompts a deeper question. What other environmental elements, or maybe even our own body's processes, might we learn to actively harness for our well-being in ways we haven't even thought of yet?
It opens up so many possibilities.
Yeah. This deep dive certainly gives us a lot to think about regarding the future intersection of beauty and, well, some pretty advanced science.